Hi everyone, so I am live on YouTube and Instagram. Just let me type a little comment for the YouTube reading. Okay. Hi everyone, so I'm live on Instagram and YouTube. So if you're having issues on one of them, you can always switch to the other platform. So we're just going to do kind of like a post-autumn equinox reading and just kind of see what messages need to come out for us today. I'm not really asking anything specific. I've not got a specific question or topic. We're just going to kind of see what we need to hear. Now, if you are a Sacred Space member, you'll notice that I didn't record a collective reading on Friday or yesterday or today. I've been super busy getting all the autumn content ready. So if you log in to sacredspace.co.uk, you will find all of the new autumn content. So we've got meditations on there, we've got collective readings, pick a card readings, and much more. So do check that out. So, do you know what, guys? I am going to begin. So we're going to start with an oracle card and then we will use the tarot. But let me know how you're doing. How did you find the new moon in Virgo? How was the autumn equinox for you? A lot of people told me they were just feeling a little bit overwhelmed, which I'm not surprised about. I think that's a lot of that Virgo energy can make us feel very critical of ourselves. And sometimes for me, it highlights the difference in like where I am now and where I want to be, and it can just feel like, oh my gosh, I've got such a long way to go. So if you did feel like that, be gentle with yourself, and you can just use that as an opportunity to start planning and preparing and kind of like vision boarding and setting your intentions for manifesting. We have the Thinker card, number 44. So you may be seeing a lot of double numbers right now. You may be getting a lot of signs and synchronicities just to kind of confirm, your thoughts are on track, the feelings you have are real. So if you are noticing a lot of those double digits, pay attention to them. There's messages there. I write down every synchronicity I see in the notes app in my phone, and I go back at an evening and kind of notice what was really standing out to me, what I was feeling at the time when I received those downloads. And it can kind of help you just feel a little bit more connected to spirit and a little bit more connected to your intuition. So yeah, over on YouTube, a lot of you are just feeling quite intense by the looks of it. Just seems, lots of thinking going on. That's what Spirit's saying, lots of thinking. So the ability to reason and strategize is the focus now. Take things at face value and follow the logical path. Your calculations will prove to be correct, for in this moment there is no deeper meaning than what is obvious. Things are exactly as they seem. You have all the information you need. Keep it simple and you will win the game of life you're playing right now. So I really feel like this is kind of calling us to take some calculated action. It's calling us to notice our thought patterns and maybe reflect a little bit more deeply. Maybe this is asking us, okay, you've got an idea, so what are you going to do with it? What's next? I really feel Spirit kind of shaking us up with this new moon and saying, well, what are you going to do about it? Those beginnings that you want to experience, the ideas that you have right now, where is it going? Because it's only going wherever you take action. So maybe we are being called to notice where there's a difference in what we are thinking and what we want, and where we're not acting in alignment with that. So let's see what the tarot says. So we're going to use the Witch's Tarot. I've also got my romance angel cards here, so we will do like a little love message after. So what is it we need to think about right now, Spirit? I'm being shown someone cutting the ribbon, and I feel something here is going to be revealed. I'm hearing the song like One Way or Another. So I will just share my downloads with you guys as we go. And you can just take what resonates and leave what doesn't. But that cutting the ribbon seems important. Feels like we are unveiling something. Something's being launched. Something new is happening. There could also be almost like the arrival of someone in your life. I kind of feel for some of you this could be like a new person coming onto the scene who's going to be significant in some way. So we've got the 9 of Swords, the 7 of Cups, the 5 of Wands. This is heavy overthinking right now. This is telling us that our thoughts are not organised. And that's what this is about. This is saying, like, what are your thought patterns? Where are you spiralling? Where are you not seeing things clearly? Maybe things don't have to be super deep and meaningful right now. Maybe Spirit is just saying, okay, well, you know, things are kind of straightforward right now. Like, we need to notice what's actually happening, not get caught up in like fantasies, illusions, fears as well. I think for some of us, we're comparing ourselves too heavily to other people. We are worrying too much about situations outside of our control. There could be a bit of a head and a heart battle going on right now as well. Maybe there's something you want, but you're thinking it's out of reach. So maybe there's just like a misalignment here between what your heart desires and what your head is saying is achievable. And when that happens, it can leave us feeling really scattered, really confused, and just kind of losing hope. So perhaps this is a call right now to realign our thoughts, be more uplifted, more positive. Maybe we do need to shift some thought patterns right now. But 9 of Swords, especially in this deck, it gives me really dramatic energy. I always see this and I just feel like someone's been a drama queen. Like, someone here is really heavy in, not necessarily like a victim mindset, but someone here is definitely overthinking. And they're not seeing things clearly. They're not seeing straight. This person is worrying about things outside their control. And just generally like making this into a bigger deal than it needs to be. That's giving me this eclipse energy, you know, but it's not a criticism, but I think Spirit just wants to make us aware, yeah, this isn't as bad as you think it is. You know, this is actually maybe a real opportunity and we just need to be a bit more logical about this. I almost feel like you're in this kind of fight energy where you're like, you're kind of preparing for battle, but Spirit's saying, what is the battle here? Like, what are we fighting? It's like, not necessarily feeling defensive, but just feeling, I want to say like hyper aware of the energy around us. Sometimes we pick up on other people's energy and it can just feel so intense and stressful. And it's like right now, Spirit's saying, pick your battles carefully, because whatever other people have got going on, it doesn't have to affect you. This doesn't have to be your fight. So this is about noticing, okay, what's ours and what's theirs? And what can we do about this? You know, is there something we can do to change the situation? Right now, we are being called to return to a state of flow. So you may have felt recently like you've been doing a lot of kind of uphill walking and you've been doing a lot of kind of pushing through obstacles. And there's definitely times where we have to do that. There's times where we have to show our strength and resilience and work really hard. But now I feel Spirit saying, okay, get out of the driving seat, get in the passenger side, and let's just see where the momentum carries us. We've done the work. We've done the work. We've made the changes. And right now we need a break. We need a break, and we need to just have a moment to strategize, have a moment to kind of clear our headspace so we can, you know, see things clearly and just realign our thoughts with what we are trying to manifest, what we're trying to move towards, and we need to go with the flow. Right now, Spirit's making it very clear that we're between worlds, we're between phases. We're not where we were, we're not where we're going. We are just right here, right now. And we have to just get in that boat, get in the water, and just flow. And this doesn't have to be like a long period of being between phases. This could just be like today and tomorrow. It could just be this week. Might be a few weeks for some of you, but Spirit's saying like you've done it. You're tired now, you need a break. And the thing is, when we aren't so focused on steering the ship, we can then focus on the parts of us where we need to make adjustments and changes, which could be our thought patterns right now. So let's see what we can expect to see. What's going to kind of come to fruition and manifest here. The shadow side. So this is the devil energy. So what's coming to fruition right now? It feels like we are having to face our shadows. We're having to face our fears. This isn't a negative thing because look, King of Wands. This is really an opportunity for us to figure out where our blocks have been, where our, deepest, darkest fears are coming from right now. We are seeing very clearly what is holding us back so that we can rise above it and we can take action here with this King of Wands. So this is a time where we can really notice anything which kind of feels heavy or toxic, and we can do what we need to do to clear that space. We are being reminded of how to use our power effectively. So this is like, where do you need to learn how to flow better, and where do you need to really invest your energy in action? Because Spirit is saying in yourself, like this is about you facing your shadows, navigating your fears, kind of realigning your energy and your thoughts so that you can manifest with ease, so that you can, start to see the results that you really desire. I also feel for some of you, someone else is projecting a lot of their stuff onto you. Someone else is really leaning on you quite heavily, or just being very critical of you, or if there's just a heaviness around someone and they feel like they are putting this on you right now, and Spirit's saying this is not your problem. So you need to be very careful about noticing what is your crap and what is someone else's. Don't let other people project onto you right now. It's all too easy, especially when things are stirred up with like eclipses, and equinoxes are always really powerful portals. And when that is going on, other people sometimes like they don't want to deal with their stuff, so they just find someone to blame. And yeah, it could absolutely be someone taking your energy, someone draining you. This is just a person here who is trying to avoid their shadows by focusing on you. And you are not here for that. That is not your job. So don't let anyone project their issues onto you right now. Instead, where should we be investing our energy? Page of Pentacles. New beginnings, money, business. This is a perfect time to notice what you are ready to harvest and what seeds you want to plant. It is not too late to be setting intentions. This is a really good time to think about your manifestations, to think about what seeds you want to sow and what is ready for you to enjoy right now. This is a moment where you are being guided to actually express some gratitude for what you have right now. And even if it's not what you want long term, even if it's not the end goal, you are well on your way here. You're on a very solid path with this Page of Pentacles, and there's real opportunities around you which feel like they're going to lead to great success. So whatever area of your life where you kind of feel like there's needed to be a bit of growth, or you've been kind of hoping for things to blossom there. It is, this Page of Pentacles is saying, be gentle with yourself and you'll notice it more. You'll notice the opportunities, you'll notice the changes. There is a lot here for you to look forward to over the next 6 months. And I feel that 6 months very heavily. There's something about the seeds you plant now, you'll be harvesting in spring. So this is a great time to do the work, to set the intentions, to change things, to act on your thoughts and your ideas. Because come spring 2026, it's going to be ready. You'll also have to excuse my out of breathness. I am very pregnant, and forgot how difficult it was just to talk when you're pregnant. So yeah, this is a wonderful time to start manifesting. And if you find that difficult, this is a great time to make those changes. Just find ways which work with you. Find what your blocks are to manifestation, where your fears are, and how you need to kind of rewrite some beliefs maybe. But the thing is, once you are doing that work, the results are so fast. You'll feel it. You'll feel the energy shift within you. Knight of Wands, okay? So, Page of Pentacles, Knight of Wands. What should we be doing? What can we do right now? We can start to make progress. We can start to take our ideas, ground them in reality, and act in the ways that we feel inspired to. This is about acting on your inspiration. This is about moving forwards with passion, with purpose. I feel like you are definitely leaving something behind. The sun is setting behind you. There's things here that you don't want to carry forwards. You are ready to move past it. You are ready to leave some situations behind you for now. Doesn't always mean permanently. Because you know that where you want to make progress right now, it is like you've got to accept that door is closing. You've got to close a door to open another door. Maybe this is why we're feeling a bit stuck between worlds right now, because we're trying to leave both doors open. And I think Spirit's saying that one behind you has to be closed. Doesn't mean it's permanently closed, but it's closing for now. And I feel this is the door to whoever or whatever is dragging you down and making you feel heavy. This is about leaving behind the shadows, leaving behind a person who is maybe being a little bit toxic right now, or doesn't even have to be toxic, but just who isn't aligned with you, who isn't giving you what you need or what you deserve. Close that door so that you can really move forwards and you can just kind of make the progress you need to make, and then we'll see what happens. Yeah, that makes total sense, Chrissy. And this is the perfect time to do it. Eclipse season really shakes us up and just shows us where we need to make changes. And it also shows us where we're making good progress. So it's not all negative. But act on it. I feel like that's what this new moon in Virgo is really asking us to do. This is about actually taking action based off what revelations have come to light. Yeah, Ace of Wands. There's new beginnings here. There's a transformation. I do feel like you are ready to set yourself some new challenges, to set yourself some new goals. There's an unraveling here of your expectations, and that could be what's a little bit overwhelming. Maybe you've found that being quite a heavy theme during eclipse seasons over the last few weeks. Maybe it was the desires that you had, you kind of feel are out of reach right now, or they're unraveling before you. But this is kind of it brings us back to the core. This is helping us reconnect with what our desires really are. What's at the heart of all of this. So say you are, I don't know, manifesting a business. But Spirit might be saying, actually, that's just kind of a vision you've developed. Maybe this isn't about manifesting a business. Maybe this is about manifesting, you know, more self-sufficiency or a schedule which works for you. Like, just get back to kind of the heart of your desire, and let's let go of how this manifestation feels like it should look, and be much more open to what's for our highest good. So this is about setting pure intentions which are actually aligned with our true desire, which is what we're manifesting, not kind of the picture image that we have maybe created for this. So I hope that makes sense. So guys, before I run out of breath completely, we are going to do a little love reading for this equinox. I'm going to put these tarot cards back, and we're going to get a love message. So, love and connections, what's going on right now? So, the unrequited love here, this is telling us that something here needs to be addressed. There's an imbalance. There is just generally, like, I feel like a lack of excitement when it comes to love and relationships right now. Someone here may not be, like, showing enough attention or affection, or equally, this could even be like you're not loving yourself enough. Sharon, is it okay to manifest tonight? Yes, absolutely. You know, whenever you feel like it's a good time for you, it's the perfect time. I have my manifestation within 48 hours course on my website as well. If you feel like you need some help with it, you know, with manifesting quickly and just having that quick energy shift, so you can check that out. But yeah, if you feel like you're ready to manifest, we've just had a new moon. I know that it was an eclipse, but I always feel like this is a great time to set intentions, especially like during an equinox. It just feels like it's all about new beginnings, new season. And personally, I love manifesting in autumn. And yes, the Tarot for Empowerment course is still available as well, so you can book on that as well. Yeah, it's safe for you to feel love. Okay, so Spirit's saying right now, maybe it's like, maybe you don't feel safe in a connection or safe in love in general. This is telling me that your heart is closed. Your heart is closed right now. You're maybe not expecting good things to happen in love. Sometimes we kind of put these blocks in place and we don't realize that we're the one getting in our own way. When this happens, I like to notice the things around me which I need to be grateful for, and things around me which just are like carry that vibration, that energy of love. You know, it's important to notice it. It's important to really try to shift our mindset towards, you know, love and gratitude. This could be for one. So I feel like some of you are kind of learning how to love again, learning how to trust, how to believe in love. Some of you may have been so disappointed by someone, and there's now some mental blocks here, and you're thinking, I want love, but I don't feel safe in it. I don't feel safe, you know, being in a connection. Right now, I don't know if I'm ready to trust someone. I don't know if I trust myself to make good decisions around love and partners. So yeah, there's a lot going on. However, Spirit is saying, get ready. We have the Poised card, number 48. So this card is all about just being ready and being prepared. Okay. When you're confident and happy in your own skin, you are ready for deeper, more intimate relationships. You have nothing to prove right now. You are completely yourself and can handle anything. Love, friendships, and harmonious new connections are all present or are coming in. You're ready to give and receive from the heart. This is a beautiful place to be. So if you can get ready, if you can create those shifts and start to like have faith in love again and let go of maybe a connection where there just wasn't enough to keep it going, then you can enter a new chapter romantically, and it can happen this season. You know, so Spirit is really saying, look, autumn, things can start to shift. Things can really start to change here, but you do need to open your heart. We can't manifest, we can't attract with a closed heart. You want to really step into that magnetism, you've got to have an open heart. So what's going on romantically with this autumn equinox? Seven of Wands and the Lovers. So the Seven of Wands, there's a challenge right now. The challenge here is to connect with this energy, is to trust in love, believe in it again. So someone here might start putting more effort in with you. But I feel like this Seven of Wands is guiding you to kind of pick yourself back up. I feel like you need to get up. You need to give love another chance. You need to love yourself more deeply. You know, it's not been easy. I feel like the last few months have been quite intense and quite challenging when it came to love, relationships, and just generally like the relationship with yourself. But now you're ready to look ahead. You're ready to get back up. You're ready to reconnect. You're ready to meet people or deepen a current relationship. But we have to overcome the challenges which are presented to us right now. And those challenges, the world, we need to complete a cycle so we can start a new one. That World card tells us that it's still like we're kind of stuck at that door being open, you know? We need to close the door to open a new one. The World tells us that there's a successful love story here. There's something for us to enjoy, something for us to embrace. But until we let go of what's happened before, we're going to keep repeating that story to ourselves. And it could very well block us from, you know, giving and receiving love. So, finally, we have the Karma card. This is Judgment. Take a step back and think about what you have learned over the course of this year or throughout a previous relationship. This card tells me that soul connections are coming together. We are going to see more friendships, more romantic connections as well. We are going to see kind of soul family being reunited. And this is a beautiful energy. This isn't just about romance. This is definitely about friendships and even like business connections, collaborations. It's all shifting right now. This is an eclipse as well. All of this is shifting. We are ready to reunite with the connections which are meant to be in our lives, are meant to be in our next chapter. So remember the lessons you've learned. And just because things have been challenging when it came to romance or friendships or, you know, just personal relationships, it doesn't mean that that is the story that we are stepping into. This is a new chapter. There's choices for us here to think about, but we've got to get up. We've got to get up and we've got to give this a chance, because right now it's like we're being very defensive and closed off because of what we've experienced before. Okay guys, I am rapidly running out of breath, so I hope you have enjoyed our reading today. What is coming this week? So I've got all the autumn content on Sacred Space, so you can sign up with 50% off your first month using the discount code Welcome Home, and you will see all the new autumn content on there. The pick a card, all the bonus readings for meditations, Kundalini yoga, and so much more. So do check that out, and I will be back with my daily readings on Sacred Space tomorrow. So I'm going to record tomorrow morning when I drop the kids off at nursery. So I'll be doing my daily reading there. And yeah, check out my readings on Instagram. And I have got a pick a card planned for YouTube as well for What's Next in Love. So I'm hoping to get that done this week as well. But this pregnancy has been quite intense. The last couple of weeks, it's been like a lot of extra appointments, and last week I just didn't get a chance to get much work done because I was in and out of hospital. Like, nothing is wrong, but they were just like doing loads of extra monitoring, and it's kind of reached that point in the pregnancy where, I don't know, everything just seems to get so intense all of a sudden. So yeah, I've got no appointments this week, so I am busy doing work, and then I will just keep you guys updated as to when the baby actually makes its arrival, but it could still be another 4 weeks away. So thank you for your patience whilst I am heavily pregnant, very tired, and chasing 2 toddlers around as well. Yeah, I have a feeling it's a boy as well. I think this is a boy. It feels like a boy pregnancy. I felt like when I was pregnant with Lottie, it just felt easier. When I was pregnant with Theo, those last few weeks, I was like, get this baby out of me. I am done. And that is how I feel this time round. So I am thinking that it's a boy, but we'll see what comes out and when and when the baby makes an appearance. So thank you guys. I will see you back here soon. But yeah, don't forget, my manifestation course is on my website. So's the Tarot for Empowerment course if you want to strengthen your psychic abilities and learn how to read tarot or strengthen your current tarot practice. So check those out. And if you missed any part of this reading, it'll be available for you to watch on YouTube at any time. So I will see you guys later.